welcome to Big Sister. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm glad that you guys took the opportunity to watch my videos. Thank you so much to you guys who watched my last video, the one that I did. I was talking about righting your wrongs and basically what goes around comes around, and doing the right thing before it comes back. And I was really surprised at all the views that I got from that. I got over 1,000 views. So wow, thank you so much for those of you who watched, those of you who shared. Feel free to leave comments, guys. Feel free to reach out. And I really hope that with that many views, it means that it gives people something to think about and to consider on how you treat other people, okay? And the laws, right? What you do will come back. So today, guys, I'm going to be talking about jealousy. Jealousy, signs of a jealous person. Sometimes, guys, you expect jealousy to come from people you don't know, from an enemy, but sometimes, guys, the person who's jealous could be your friend. It could be your family. It could be just the most unexpected person, and it could be you. Now, I have to say this, that I believe every human being have felt jealousy to some degree, you know, but what matters is the degree to which you feel it. You may look at something and you're like, oh man, you know, I wish I had that, or something like that, you know. Maybe you feel jealous if your mom is hugging your other sibling too much, or just something, but, or you may feel jealous if someone gets too close, or maybe your ex, someone's ex is nearby or something. I don't know. Just there is healthy doses of jealousy that should not be followed with stalking and abuse to the other person or anything like that. You know, it's just something that could be just a small little feeling, but because you're balanced and you have a better way of thinking, you don't allow it to spiral into anything sinister and crazy. But so I want you to understand that feeling small bits of jealousy in certain scenarios is normal. But what is going to be different is just people who, I said, they have an unhealthy way of thinking and they get really into this feeling. They feed into it. They make other people uncomfortable. They want to restrict you, all these different things. And guys, I will say, even in terms of jealousy, if you have a person, or even if you're dating a person who likes to make you jealous, who likes to push to see if you're going to be jealous, these type of people, you just get away from them, because something is wrong with them. You know, there are people who can really push your jealousy beyond a limit that you don't even want for yourself, but because you remain with them, it's going to turn into something ugly. That guy, that girl that try to test your jealousy, talk to someone else, do things, that stuff is not healthy. You know, a small dose, a small bit of jealousy in the scenarios that I said before, it's just a natural human feeling. It just is, provided it does not cross over into the dark side. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that, guys. Jealousy. Excuse me ahead of time, because you may hear the papers, you know, as I go through them, because I really wanted to write this stuff down so I catch everything. Jealousy and signs of a jealous person. A lot of times with jealous people, this thing, how they got that way, is something from their childhood. They were either neglected or they were overindulged. If they were neglected, they had no love, they weren't protected, they were treated poorly. They may have been triangulated. They may have just been told you're less than, and then there are other kids or other people who were treated better than them. And that can be the breeding ground for many other just antisocial behaviors, but jealousy will be one. Then you have it where the person, they just got so much love. They were just overindulged. You're always told that they're the best. Everything they do, they're just always on top. There's no accountability, no responsibility. You're the best. You're the best. No one ever tells them the truth. And this will cause a problem where they cannot coexist or be happy for other people, because they feel like the attention always has to be on them. So they never outgrow those, oh, you're so, oh, that's so perfect. You know, parents will do that. Oh, you know, the child just literally scrawls something, but it's amazing. It's wonderful. And if that is not balanced as they get older, that person can grow into this adult that expects everyone to say whatever they want them to say and agree with them. And if anyone else is doing well, they have a problem with it. Jealous people are unhappy. The reason why they're unhappy is because even if they look happy, don't let the facade and that image that they may produce, that they may show to other people, that's not it. They can be smiling and laughing and looking happy on the outside, but they're unhappy because they're always comparing themselves. Okay, they have to outdo other people. Their whole entire existence is to be better than other people. And in my opinion, that's very tiring because it's impossible to be better than everybody. It's like as soon as you get the latest phone, you get the latest car, what happens? As soon as you get it, there's a new model out. So if you're living this life, you're going to be unhappy constantly, and you're not going to be able to see, these people cannot see what's good about themselves. They cannot appreciate good things in other people. They can't see how every one of us have something that we can contribute and just be harmonious. They can't do that. Okay? Jealous people have limited vision. And by that, I mean they cannot see the good in other people, as I said just now. They have to be better. They have to do better than other people. They can't see the good in other people. And what they do is they seek and they hope to find flaws in that person. So if there's someone there that's talking and they're, you know, people are listening to them or they're achieving some things, this is a person that's going to look for something to find a flaw, to find something that they can magnify and bring out to other people or use against this individual. All right. So they seek and they hope to find flaws. Jealous people cannot see their own value because they're always comparing themselves to other people. And again, this may be something from their childhood. You know, when they achieve something good and they did something well, they may have had a parent, a guardian, or somebody who will always downplay their achievements and then compare them to their siblings or to someone else or to someone else's child. Or maybe compare them to themselves. Oh, I was doing better than that. I was doing this at your age. I was doing more than that. So that is a seed that will stay there. And this person now carries this into their adulthood. Okay? They can't appreciate good. They can't appreciate the beauty or the ability in other people because it makes them unhappy rather than to be appreciative. Just imagine being this way. They can't appreciate anything. They can't appreciate anything good. They can't appreciate the beauty and the ability in other people because it makes them unhappy rather than let them be appreciative and be like, wow, that's nice. That's really cool. They can't do that. And if they do, it'll be like, oh, yeah, that's so nice. You know, jealous people, they hope for the failures in others. Okay, they're hoping that you fail. Jealous people hope that other people will fail. When something does not work out for others, they are normally going to come around. When something bad happens, you may have a friend like that, or you may be that person. When something bad happens to someone, they are going to they're going to go around that person. And the reason why they do that, they want to get the whole story of how that person was let down. Okay, they thrive on the hurt and the failure and the letdown of other people. They bask in it. They just suck it all up. And when things start to look up for that person, when things get better for you, they'll distance themselves because they hate to see a person happy. They don't want to see that individual happy. They don't want to see you happy. Or if you're the jealous person, you don't like to see other people happy. You may even discourage, or these individuals may even discourage or try to remind the person of the failures and to keep them from advancing. Okay? They will cheer you on to fail. Jealous people will cheer you on to fail, but then they're silent in your wins. They'll cheer you on to fail. So when you're down in the dumps, they're going to feed into that. They want to hear the whole story. They want to know what's going on. All of a sudden, that friend that hasn't been around, your marriage ends, or you broke up, or something happened, or the business fell through, you went bankrupt, whatever it may be, just something. You failed an exam, you didn't get picked for the team. They're going to show up. They want to hear the whole story. And they're going to, when you're trying to do better, they're going to remind you, oh, remember what happened? Same thing's going to happen. They're going to cheer you on to fail, but they get silent in your wins. They'll disappear. Jealous people will find a way to ruin, upstage, downplay, or minimize any events centered around you. Jealous people will find a way to ruin, to upstage, to downplay, or minimize any events centered around you. At the very least, you will get the silent treatment. Can anybody relate to that? You're going to get the silent treatment. When things are going good, they're going to minimize it, upstage, downplay it, ignore it, be indifferent towards it. Jealous people love when you are distracted from your events and focus on their comfort by having to ask repeatedly, are you okay? What's wrong? Have you ever had somebody, a friend or someone, that's what I'm talking about. You're having a good time. You're at an event. It's a promotion party. It may be your engagement. It may be your birthday. It may be something with your family. It could be just whatever it is. It's centered around you. They're not the center of it. They are not the center of attention. So now they have to figure out a way to ruin it, to upstage it, to downplay it, minimize it. And when they just can't figure out a way to do that because it's going to make them look bad, what they're going to do now is they're going to give you the silent treatment. They're going to act indifferent. When everybody else is in here having a good time, they're going to be on the patio or sitting back in the room, with this face looking like Michael Myers standing on the other side of the room. Everyone's giving cheers and happy. They're on the other side and they know that you care about them and you're going to come over there and now you can't enjoy yourself and you can't celebrate, or now you're going to get very uncomfortable with the attention you're getting because now you need to go over to them and ask them, are you okay? Or what's wrong? And what's going to happen? You're not going to get an answer. They're not going to give you an answer. They'll be like nothing, but still looking like just a wet blanket. They're basically just a wet blanket of the evening, right? What are they going to tell you? Are they going to say, I hate that you're winning? Are they going to say, I hate that you're pretty? I hate that you're loved? I hate that you're popular? They're not going to say that. So what they do is they do things that they know you're going to realize that they're not hanging around, or they left, or they're outside and they're brooding. And you're going to leave everybody to come over to them. And this can be a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Or, just a husband or wife. They just hate to see you winning. Could be someone, could be your sibling. It's sad. Could be a parent. That's even worse. But what they know is that you love them. So they're going to behave in this way. And then you're going to be, what's wrong? Well, are you okay? No, they're not going to tell you what's going on. They're going to brood. They're going to sit there and maybe even blame you. May even say something to make you feel bad. You didn't even greet me when I came in, and you didn't do this. You didn't respond to me. You didn't text. You didn't even come over to me. You didn't do this. You didn't allow me to. All of a sudden, they're finding fault in everything, and it could be because you just look pretty. They hate that you look pretty. They hate that you look nice. They hate that you're winning. They hate that you got that scholarship. So they have to find something. They can bring in their little sob story about something that happened. But that silent treatment is one of the biggest weapons that jealous people will use. Jealous people look for your weaknesses and they will save it for a rainy day. You hear me? Jealous people look for your weaknesses and they will save it for a rainy day. They'll hold on to something and use it against you. So you have to be very careful and really pay attention to the red flags in certain people around you. Because if you tell them too much or discover too much about you, they will save it for that rainy day. What will it be? Maybe it could be months down the line or years down the line, and you're winning and you're doing okay and you're out there, you may become a celebrity. Here comes your friend from way back when with this moment. It may not necessarily be anything illegal, but it was just a weak point in your life, a moment that they saw, they witnessed, and they bring it up. They have a tell-all book. They'll come back. They used to date you. They have something to say. Or it could be not even that far along the line. Just something that they will use to try to trip you up. Okay? Jealous people will try to catch the eye of your partner. Jealous people will try to catch the eye of your partner. They may even take it further than flirtation. Because it's important to them to know that they can either flirt with your partner or even sleep with them. Because that's hurting you and they have something that belongs to you. They like to have secrets. Jealous people like to have secrets. That's another thing. I didn't write that down, but they like to keep secrets. Okay? So they like to know something. It's like they have something on you and they hold on to it. Let me put it here. Jealous people will make friends with your enemies. And they like to know stuff. People are telling them things about you and they love it. They're not going to tell you. They may come and tell you, oh, so-and-so said this about you. So-and-so said that about you. And they'll make sure they're friends with people who have hurt you. Now, I'm not a person that believe that if something happens between individuals, you shouldn't be telling your friend, oh, don't be their friend. I don't think we should do that. Okay? But if someone is truly a friend and there's a person who's really hurt you and have done something really bad to you and really ruining your reputation or anything, a friend normally is going to feel your hurt and your pain. A true friend feels for you, and they're not going to really want to, they may not be impolite to the person or rude. There's no need for that. We're civilized people. We should be civilized people, but they are not going to give that individual room to talk about you or to even speak down on you, okay? Anytime you have a friend that comes around and they can tell you all the bad things that people said or plotted, you need to pay attention. Because why is it that these individuals will be able to get that far to tell them all that information about you? How? A lot of times because they are in alliance. They like to hear, there are people who say that they're your friends, but they like to play this neutral role. They're never on anybody else's team. And a lot of times it's because they don't like you. They enjoy seeing you getting hurt. They like that, and they'll pretend, and then they'll get your side of the story. And they may not necessarily go back. They may share something or may not. But the very least is people who have hurt you and are talking bad about you are comfortable enough around this friend or this person, this family member, to discuss you with them without your presence. They have established that. And that's why they know that they can talk to them like that. Because they are in alliance with one another, whether it's been spoken or not. Okay? Jealous people, when they know who you're crushing on, will go out of their way to talk to them. They'll go out of their way to talk to them, laugh, and even walk off to another room with them. But they'll remain in view to hurt you. You may have a friend, you may have a family member like that. Someone you like, once they realize you like this person, they go out of their way to be friends with them, talk to them, whatever. And then now, all of a sudden, they are the ones you have to be, or they're the ones that's coming to tell you things about that guy, that girl, and whatever. Or they told me this and that. And somehow they become the middleman. But they do those things to hurt you. Because jealous people are unhappy people. And they thrive on hurting you or making you feel unsure. Jealous people live in their own heads. A lot of times the way they see the world, it is completely distorted. It's not reality. Because jealousy is something not only in the mind, it's the condition of the heart. Your thoughts and your hearts is one. They're one. And so because they carry so much resentment, and jealous people are always trying to think of the next thing to do. They're never comfortable. They're never comfortable because they can't be happy, because they're too busy comparing themselves, too busy being jealous, too busy being angry, too busy trying to figure out how to trip you up. And they're always in their heads. A look on your face is going to mean something. And this, oh, why you say it like that? When in fact, it's because they are so dark that they're even fooling themselves now. But they live in their own heads, but they're often put it off on other people. They've put it off on other people, the things what they have invented in their own heads. Jealous people want to blow out your birthday cake. They want to blow out your birthday cake. They want to blow out your birthday candles. That's how they are. If they could get away with doing something like that, they would. You know, sometimes you have siblings, little kids, you see that kid, their little brother or sister will blow the candle out because, you know, they're children. Even if at that moment they're jealous, which a lot of times it's really not that way. It's a cake, it's a candle, so let me blow it out. They're still young, okay? But there are adults who are that way, but they can't do it. So I'm telling you, these are the things that they will desire. These few things I'm going to read off to you is just to let you know how twisted their minds are. You know, jealous people, they want to blow out your birthday candles. They want to open your gifts. They want to have the first and the biggest slice of your cake. This is something, it may not be literally, guys, but this gives you an idea of the type of individuals that they are. Okay? There are other people, jealous people, who they befriend you just so they could be up close in your life so they can destroy you from within. There are people who will be your friend and the whole time they're jealous. And you have to, regardless of your age, you have to pick up on it. You have to pick up on that because they can't help it. That ugliness is going to come out. And if you're that person, you know you're a jealous person, how unhappy and how uneasy and miserable you feel on the inside when you're jealous and you're trying to hide it. When you're a jealous person, you go around people and you're just mad at everything. You're jealous of where they live. You're jealous of their boyfriend. You're jealous of what they're wearing. You're jealous of their hairstyle. You're jealous of their shoes. You're jealous that other people talk to them. You're jealous that the teacher, they're popular with the teacher. You're jealous that they're a great athlete. You're jealous that they have a happy marriage. You're jealous that they have a business. You're jealous that they have beautiful children. You're jealous that their daughter, you believe their daughter looks better than your daughter, or their son got into college and yours did not. You'll be jealous, and it will make you so miserable on the inside. But the whole time you are being their friend. The whole time you insist, you want to go to their house and just sit there and upset. You're mad. You go to their apartment, you're mad. They have one extra bedroom than you do. You know, and I'm not saying you may not be that type of person. So I'm trying to flip it to say they and then you. It's the miserable feeling to be jealous. It's almost a sickness to be jealous to this degree. And then the whole time trying to be friends with the person, even when you know that you are absolutely jealous of them. Oh my goodness. We're not even going to talk about the jealous coworkers, the stuff that they will do. But jealous people have like double personas. There's a side that they're going to use to keep you close, especially that friend that's hanging around, the person that you know you don't like, but you befriend them because maybe you just want to be around their social circles. Maybe you want to be around their family. You may want to be around their husband or their wife or their brother or their sister. You're crushing on their siblings, whatever it may be. They have a car, whatever. You're still hanging around them, but you have a double persona. And that is, there's a side that you're going to use to keep them close. And then you have another side, or these people have another side that's plotting. Jealousy destroys its carriers. So basically, jealousy is going to destroy the person who entertains that feeling all the time. It's going to destroy its carriers once it's used them to kill, to steal, to destroy other people. Because jealousy will do that. It will cause people to kill It will cause people to destroy. It will cause them to steal, to take, whether it's literally taking stuff or emotionally. And yes, kill. Jealousy makes a person ugly. The shadow of jealousy on a person's face is undeniable. And some of you may have seen it before. I know I've seen it before. Jealousy, the shadow of jealousy, when you see it, you will never forget it. And you'll always ask yourself, what was that? Because as quickly as you see it, it will disappear. It's normally going to be something where you're just doing something, you're looking away, you're doing something, suddenly you look up and you see your friend, your partner, whoever it may be, they're looking at you, but it's almost as if they have on this scary mask. It's this look in their faces and a look in their eyes, and they're looking at you, but it almost looks like they're looking through you, and there's such disgust and hatred, and yet it just looks like a stony mask on their face. They're looking at you in such a way that it shocks you, right? And you may even give a nervous laugh, or you may say, are you okay? Or you look away for a second. And most times people do look away for a second because it's frightening. But when you look back again, that facial expression is gone. They're back to being normal. You never ask about it, and they never say anything about it. But what happens is their heart, who they are, has been revealed. Jealousy makes you ugly. No matter how beautiful you are, a person who's jealous and they're vindictive and all that, you will see it. Even the most handsome or most beautiful person, when they have those jealous fits or those moments, it's like they get dark circles on their eyes. They just get ugly. It makes them very ugly and very unattractive. But they can confuse you, because after they've done that nasty thing, because you're beautiful and they're so charming, they can oh, that didn't happen. Oh, and next thing you know, you're back to square one with them. Jealousy is nobody's friend. And whenever you see jealousy, wherever you see jealousy, when you see it, back away slowly. I'm sure, guys, there's so many other things that we can write down, but I think this will basically give the gist of what jealousy is. I can go on and tell you guys about certain things that I've experienced and I've seen, but I think this is, in a nutshell, pretty good. If you guys have anything that you want to share with me, please feel free to comment below about your experiences. And the best thing you can do for individuals like this is leave them alone. To what degree, because a lot of times you're not going to be able to remain friends with these individuals if they don't get over it. It is not your job. It is not your job to fix these people. Yes, they may have had a sad childhood and all of this, but it's not your job. They have to learn to get over that. And if they have a good friend, or you have a good friend who wants to be there for you, these are the rare treasures that you have in your life to help you. But it's not for you to, if you're the jealous person, to abuse them and to take advantage of them. Or if there's someone in your life that keeps mistreating you, a lot of times jealousy is at the core of it. And if you're not careful, you'll find yourself trying to dumb yourself down, dress down, because they're going to be jealous. I remember that happened to me before. I used to I would dress up, have my nails done and things, and I'll always notice that a friend that I used to be around, her whole mood will change, and I couldn't figure it out. And eventually I figured it out. And I remember one day getting ready to get dressed, and I decided to just put on something that's completely plain, not me. I didn't do myself up as before. And I was doing that. And it seems like when I did that, she just had a better attitude. It's almost like her face brightened. She had this look like when she's waiting for me to get out the car or whatever, she just had this look on her face. And when she saw that I was just plain Janing it, she was happy. She was just all in with me, right? And I was doing that for a while. She never said anything, but those were nonverbal cues that you have to decide, no, I'm not going to live by that nonsense. Don't do that to yourself. Let yourself shine. Be the best athlete. Don't slow down on the court because you don't want to, or deliberately miss the basket because you want to lose so your jealous non-athletic friend can feel better about that. And you know what? I stopped doing that. I was like, I am not going to live my life that way. I went back to being myself, doing what I do, not like to put myself together, not trying to be extra, not trying to make anyone jealous. This is just me. I like to look nice. I like to smell nice. And I did that. And she went back to being, you know, old bitter beer face, whatever. And eventually our friendship ended because sometimes that's what's to happen. You have to cut off the negativity so you can get around people who you don't have to worry about that. You can appreciate their beauty, their talents, their abilities, and we work together, right? We can ping off of one another and appreciate one another and not be angry and mad and jealous and bitter and trying to sabotage. So guys, this video is super long. I'm so sorry, but I just want to drop these here. Let me know what you think. Share any stories, harrowing stories that you've gone through, or ways that you overcame, or the journey that you're on right now. Okay guys, don't forget to like, share, and to subscribe, and thank you guys for watching. Bye.